This is one of those Craig Jones matches that not many people really talk about anymore. But it becomes much more interesting when you look back at where both of the guys were at the time. Craig Jones was already popular. He was on a serious run. His style was becoming must watch. And every time he competed, it felt like people were watching for the next big Craig Jones moment. Mason was already a dangerous grappler, but he was not as well known to regular fans. And he was definitely not getting the same attention or respect that Craig Jones was getting at that point. Now, years later, Mason is a UFC BJJ champion. But back then, this felt more like another Craig Jones match and nothing more. And this is what it makes it so interesting, because Mason did not just survive here. He put Craig into real danger and forced a painful reaction out of him and gave us one of the stranger losses in Craig Jones' career. Let's break down what actually happened right away. For a moment there, Craig Jones managed to sweep Mason, but Mason straight away going on a single leg and reversing the position. Guys, if you know Mason, he's one of the best at getting up from bottom position. Also one of the best at wrestling up. And in my opinion, he needs to make an instructional for that, strictly to wrestle up from bottom. He has an amazing instructional called the American Knee-Cut on BJJ Fanatics. I will put the link in the description if you want to check it out. But he needs to make more instructionals because he's very skilled and very technical. I like how Craig Jones is always moving forward. In the eyes of the judges, in tournaments like IBJJF and ADCC, this looks very good because you are constantly trying to advance your position. And if your opponent on top is just backing away, he can get a negative point. And Craig Jones managing to close the distance, maybe going into double inside position from here, trying to underhook that right leg of Fowler, but he's very good at escaping. Yeah, he straight away just escaped that position. And again, Craig Jones moving into Mason. This is also very important because he's creating a dilemma for Mason. He's forced to go into Craig Jones now because he's just like running away. He was looking for that underhook knee slice. You see the right arm of Mason? He's still holding that underhook, but now he let it go so he can defend his right leg. Let's see if he'll manage to escape from this position. Maybe Craig Jones going for an outside heel hook from here? Yeah, nothing there. Straight away, Mason clearing his knee line and escaping. Yeah, this is very tiring for Craig Jones. He's not very good at wrestling up from those positions at that time. Like, it can become very tiring when you are chasing the opponent up and down. Most of the time at this point of his career, he was only attacking leg locks. So let's see if he'll manage to get a one on Mason. If you see, he's never going into supine guard. He's always sitting up and chasing Mason, like always. He's using the Marcelo Garcia strategy. Also, Gordon Ryan is very good at this. But Gordon Ryan had so much trouble capturing people when he was younger because he was waiting for them instead of attacking straight away from bottom. And this is the same strategy that Craig Jones is using now. Attacking straight away from bottom and not waiting to retain your guard and then capture the opponent on top. And if you know Mason's style, he's very reaction based. He's waiting for the perfect moment to explode. Like, his knee cut is crazy fast. And he's just waiting for the perfect moment to explode with an underhook, you see? Pay attention to the right hand of Mason. Straight away looking for that underhook. That is very important, guys. And now the time is about to end. So they're going into overtime. And this is a very similar style to EBI overtime. Craig Jones going on the back of Mason straight away. And this is very interesting. Mason is choosing his right side, which is the side that Craig Jones can choke him. But some people like to escape on that side, which is very interesting. Also, that body triangle from Craig Jones is very deep. But Mason is at a perfect position to put pressure on that lock of Craig Jones. Let's see if he'll manage to escape this position. This triangle looks very tight, that body triangle. Maybe Craig Jones can push the hips of his to the left and open Mason to the other side. And he will get rid of that pressure that Mason is putting on that body triangle, on the hooks. And in my opinion, that is the best option for Craig Jones, to move Mason to the left and then try to choke him. And Craig Jones is doing amazing job switching the hands, so he can keep Mason guessing which hand will go for the choke. Yeah, Mason does not have a neck. Also, his shoulders are so big, it is so hard to get under the neck perfectly here. Watch like this defense from Mason. Maybe going for that like a shoulder lock from the back. That can be interesting option for Craig Jones. Because Mason is keeping his hands very high. Yeah, he escaped here. Yeah, that was just amazing. He's so hard to hold from the back. Now body triangle for Mason. And now Craig Jones is going on his right side as well. But Mason, you see straight away going on the left hip, which is very important. This is what Craig Jones was trying to do, which in my opinion is the best option. And again, Craig Jones is on the right hip. Guys, pay attention to this. If you see the legs of Mason, they're occupied by holding the hips of Craig Jones and not allowing him to spin fast, you see? So he cannot put his legs on the mats, but Craig Jones can put his legs on the mats. And the guy who can put the legs on the mats, that is the guy who can go from one side to another, you see? As Craig Jones is doing right here. He can choose what side he can go to defend this body triangle. Because Mason, his legs are working. He cannot just like stomp on the mats and choose the side, because that will allow Craig Jones to like spin and escape. So the legs of the attacker are completely stuck here by holding the opponent. And the guy who is defending, that is the guy who can move from left side to right side. This is very important, guys. Pay attention to this and remember it. Even though Mason has a good body triangle here, he's losing the left shoulder of Craig. So Craig can spin into him here. Let's see if he'll manage to do it. Also, the left underhook of Craig is allowing him to stay into top position and not letting Mason get the back again. And he escaped. And now again, Mason is defending and Craig Jones is attacking. Let's see what will happen in this round. This is so interesting to watch because they're one of the best guys at escaping the back. And let's see what Mason will choose to do this round. Again, the same side for escape, that right hip. But now I think he can escape even faster because that body triangle of Craig Jones is not in a perfect position. Yeah, he will just like spin and escape, yeah. He was also losing the left shoulder of Mason. Yeah, that was so fast escape. That was amazing. And now Craig Jones is defending the back. And even though Craig Jones is very good at defending the back, I think by Mason escaping that fast, I think he lost a little bit of hope here. But straight away body triangle for Mason. And this is where this position will get bad, guys. This is where Craig Jones will have a very painful situation. And he's fighting the hands perfectly here, Craig Jones. But that body triangle is completely locked. Yeah, this is better for Craig Jones. Putting that left leg of Mason in between his legs, that is a good way to start the action of escaping that body triangle. But again, straight away Mason putting that left hook of his onto the left hip of Craig Jones. Just amazing recovery from Mason. He's going for the choke. Craig Jones is fighting the hands very hard. But he needs to fight the body triangle as well.
I feel as if anything has been proved.
And guys, as you can see, that body triangle in combination with that seatbelt extension of the upper body of Craig Jones, in my opinion, it was too much pressure on the ribs of Craig. So he was forced to tap there. But what an amazing match. That back control of Mason is not joke. It is so hard to escape. But in my opinion, this rule set is not in favor for Craig Jones. If this was just like a basic ADCC match, I think Craig Jones would have won this match. But yeah, just amazing, amazing from both of them. Guys, if you want the newest instructional from both of them, I will put the link in the description and pinned comment. And if you want breakdowns from the newest matches at ADCC, who is number one, Polaris, UFC BJJ, I post them all on my Patreon. Everything is in the description. Go check it out and subscribe. Thank you guys. Goodbye.